These are the top 10 things you should be buying at Aldi this April 2023, and this month has some amazing and unexpected finds that you are going to love. In the first spot, it's that time of the year, spring cleaning, pressure washing season. And this 4X electric pressure washer at $100 caught my attention, as this is a 2100 PSI system with a 25-foot hose, an onboard detergent holder, and these really nice 6-inch wheels. This 6-in-1 car emergency accessory goes beyond your typical car escape tool. It functions as a power bank that plugs into your car's DC adapter. It also works as a safety hammer, belt cutter, emergency warning light, and magnetically attaches to a raised hood, all for $10. At less than half the price of a SodaStream, this sparkling soda and water maker is $34. You can still use this with your standard size canister that would fit a SodaStream, or buy a cylinder from this specific brand. Point 2 on my list can hopefully put some more spring in your step with these utility boots at $18. They look just like a regular pair of rain boots to me, but they are waterproof. Perhaps great for gardening with its non-slip rubber sole. My wife noticed the colored bottom for the women's version of these boots, which looks quite premium. Ladies' memory foam athletic shoes are $12 this April, and for $3 more, men's athletic shoes are $15. I'm not quite sure why there's a price increase, perhaps due to the larger sizes for guys. I found myself impressed by the price of these low-cut sports socks for ladies. They're available in a 6-pack for $8, which at $1.30 per pair seems to be a good price for socks of this quality. Before I tackle some awesome home organization options, in the number 3 spot, it's a 12-pack of spring macarons for $5.29. I opted to try the raspberry flavor from this assortment, but still found myself craving an ice cream bar. So when I was confronted with these vanilla and berry ice cream bars, where you get 3 for $3.49, I was elated with these refreshing little mouth miracles. You can also buy these in a vanilla and caramel flavor if you prefer, same price. This triple chocolate creme cake at $5 is very rich and likely able to serve 4 or 5 people. I describe this as chocolate on chocolate on chocolate, so if this is calling to you, I support it. I like the looks of this vanilla layer frozen dessert cake, but I was even more enthralled with its caramel layer frozen dessert sibling. I did not find this as overpowering as I anticipated. I feel like this dessert could be a crowd pleaser. If you're a fan of cheesecake or mocha, the 2 flavors unite in this mocha mascarpone cheesecake for $11. And a vanilla bean option, which was calling a little louder to me for the same price. I didn't realize this is a completely frozen dessert that needs to be thawed. So I took a big bite out of the side of this cake from the trunk of my car, and I felt like a bit of an animal. I ended up with a bit of brain freeze as well. It's a fine cheesecake, but not my finest on-camera moment in terms of dessert sampling. Point 4 starts with a nice selection of pantry storage solutions that cost $9. Like this all-purpose bin, this stacking bin, or a 2-pack of insert bins, which could work for small bags of chips or granola bars at $8. I quite like these cereal containers with a 21-cup capacity, an easy pour lid. They're BPA free and dishwasher safe. Now from the pantry to the fridge, just in time for spring cleaning, a fridge tray assortment, complete with pre-printed labels. I like this can organizer at $5 with a self-dispensing design. I also appreciate these transparent large fridge trays at $5, complete with those pre-printed labels, as well as a lip on the front for easy removal or access. Now on to a couple of items I might avoid purely as a result of pricing. This small fridge tray at $5 looks identical to one you can buy at Dollar Tree for $1.25. Even if the Dollar Tree plastic is a bit thinner, I don't see how you could justify the 75% price increase from Aldi, which also applies to this egg holder at $5. The Dollar Tree egg holder is the exact same thing with a lid, just that $1.25 price. And I do have a couple of extra storage solutions later on in this video that you won't want to miss. Point 5 starts with an easy 5-minute in the microwave dinner option, shrimp scampi fettuccine, at $8 from a very well-known and usually well-received brand. From the microwave to the oven, this shrimp and scallop pot with champagne sauce is served in an oven-ready terracotta pot at $7. This apparently serves 2 people. You get a much more generous 9 servings of Mama Cosie's cheesy breadsticks, priced at $4.49 this April. I was very satisfied by the number of new appetizers at Aldi this month, like bacon mac and cheese balls at $4.49, or if you want something with a bit more kick, the buffalo chicken option at the same price gets you 12 individual bites. Sticking with our non-health food theme for a moment, these queso stuffed nachos at $4 are best described as breaded nachos with spicy southwestern queso cheese filling. Because who could ever want more in life from an appetizer, although I feel I need to include something with a vegetable, so behold, 12 spinach and cheese blossoms for $4. Maybe this doesn't count as a full-on vegetable appetizer, but there is a spinach component, and that's good for you. Salt and pepper breaded calamari, we're back, $7. It includes a pineapple sweet chili dip. Just the sauce on its own sounds intriguing. And they don't call it a value pack for nothing. Some larger crab cakes at $5 for 5, although at $5 it's likely less real stuff and more imitation. If you are enjoying this video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up, as that helps my channel a lot. Point 6 starts with a nifty little $40 price drop. Who still says nifty? I do, apparently, when I'm attaching it to the description of this 11-foot by 7-foot pergola at $250. This is sold in 2 packages, so make sure you take both boxes in the event you are buying this durable powder coated steel frame, complete with a UV and water resistant canopy top. At $30 off, you could put this patio dining table under your pergola, or just enjoy it anywhere for $100, although I wish it included chairs. This is an easy assembly acacia wood table that could accommodate up to 4 people. You could put your acacia table on top of this 5 by 6.5 foot indoor or outdoor rug at $50. I feel like I've just related all my products and built this beautiful little backyard alcove in my head. There are 4 different color options for the rug. This boho swinging hammock chair at $25 comes with a side pocket for a water bottle, and although this doesn't include a stand for a full-size hammock chair like this, that $25 price is competitive, as it includes 2 cushions for outdoor use. Another opportunity for me to say the word boho for what I believe is the 2nd time in my life ever. This boho plant stand is $20. Seed packets at Aldi this month are 59 cents, which will likely be desirable to many shoppers given the selection of both vegetable and herb offerings. It's worth noting you can buy seed packets at Walmart for 20 cents, but the Walmart seed packets are smaller than what you can buy at Aldi. I wanted to feature this wooden potting bench at $70, as I imagine this could be a beautifully well-organized workstation for your garden. It has fold-away side tables, garden utensil holders, and looks like a really impressive piece for the price. This almost 5-foot by 7-foot walk-in greenhouse at $50 could protect your plants from pests or inclement weather. It includes 12 stakes to secure it within your backyard and incorporates 6 shelves with a weight capacity of 22 pounds per shelf. I love the aesthetic of these garden lanterns at $11.29, complete with an LED candle, and this could look beautiful as an outdoor piece, or perhaps something to hang and display in the warmer months. Point 7 includes some nice practical high-tech finds at Aldi this month, like this Pyramid desktop charger. At $18, I bought this as I have regular and growing charging needs, especially when I'm testing other devices. It supports both AI, smart charging, and rapid charging, which is also the case for this Qi wireless car charger, now back in stock at $23. This is a regular favorite for frequent Aldi shoppers when it is in stock. The cage string lights you see right here at $15 are sold in 2 different designs, a rounded cage design and more of a squared off design, which I wanted to buy and try. I appreciate that farmhouse vibe, and these outdoor lights could provide a nice dose of ambiance to a deck, or they could be used to line a fence. If you prefer a more traditional curtain light, you could hang this from that pergola I showed you before, or perhaps these conventional string lights which you could use to wrap a tree, maybe create your own decor piece for $13. And as our final piece of illumination for this point, the very bright 2000 lumen rechargeable work light at $20 right here has a freestanding kickstand, which could make this a prime product in an emergency situation. From conventional technology to health tech, for point 8, I'm sure I don't need to explain the benefits of a blood pressure monitor at $25. For a few dollars less than the Aldi price, right now you can buy one from Amazon, which is very well reviewed. I'll link to this using the YouTube shopping tool right on your screen. I think the $30 price on this EMS device is relatively competitive. Having used comparable models in the past, I'm not a huge fan of that so-called massaging sensation that these devices provide, but those who use them regularly often swear by them. I wanted to flag these allergen air filters at $7. While they are convenient to pick up at Aldi, you will typically find better prices in bulk packs from various online filter stores and Amazon. The $65 price of this 5-tier black shelf, however, is a great buy this month with a whopping 1,300 pound weight capacity and a much nicer matte black finish than what we would typically see for these shelves, which are great for prepping. I was intrigued by this marble recipe holder at $20. Yes, it's a bit more expensive than your typical tablet or recipe stand, but those often look like an eyesore, and this modern beauty is a great alternative. At $90, I would consider this bar cart a non-essential accessory for many of us, but if this is within budget, the wicker from which it's comprised is an all-weather design. It has hooks to accommodate wine glasses, a place for bottles, and some oh-so-handy wheels. Aldi is selling what looks like a reputable knockoff of the highly popular Dash small appliances. The mini waffle, mini griddle, and mini bundt cake maker with some eye-catching colors are $9 versus the $14 you would pay for that more premium Dash brand name. My next point begins with something I never expected to see at Aldi: full-size basketballs, volleyballs, and soccer balls for $9. These are perfect for the park or anyone to take up a new sport with a high-quality entry-level practice item that you could otherwise kick or bounce around the driveway. Speaking of the driveway, this 48-pack of sidewalk chalk at $4 includes a holder, and as a parent that stocks up on these every year, $3.99 is a good price. These made in the USA crabby sand tables at $40 are a crustacean upgrade of a family backyard favorite. From the same brand, this indoor-outdoor wheelbarrow at $35, another made in the USA Aldi find. I love the included gardening tools. And finally, before I get to a more adult-oriented point 10, if your kids love Squishmallows, these dupes at $10 are a much lower price than the real thing, and they're quite cute if you ask me. Before we get to a jam-packed bonus section for my next point, it's a reversible spring sign. And at $9.79 with sayings like, "Keep your face forward toward the sunshine," and "Bloom where you are planted," the reversible words of wisdom kind of give you double bang for your buck. The spring door signs right here are reversible as well, and at $15, they provide sayings like "Spring," "Hello," and "Welcome." And if you're in a bit more of an antisocial mood, a sign that says "Go away," which I found hilarious. The coffee mug tree for $15 right here is made of acacia wood. It kind of looks like a cactus design, although it is elegant, and it accommodates 4 mugs. The wood cheese board right here with these marble inserts at $12.79 continues that high-end premium theme if you are hosting or offering up a charcuterie board or a butter board to guests. This could be a nice contender with some great design options. And as a final serving piece before the bonus section, these ceramic oil and vinegar bottles right here at $5 are a nice change of pace from the norm, and I'm growing to really appreciate that spring color palette. Today's bonus section begins with some good old-fashioned bamboo, and they're part of this impressive-looking bamboo utensil organizer where some of the dividers can be moved. Your price, $10. Which applies to this drawer organizer for larger utensils and even spices with a removable spice tray. At 20 pounds, this made in the USA wild bird seed at $9.49 is something I've never seen at Aldi before, But since so many of us have bird feeders, I wanted to include this, and as a price comparison, Walmart sells a 20-pound bag over $13 compared to Aldi's $9.49. I was impressed by these ceramic citronella candles at $10. They are large and in charge, a nice look which one rarely associates to warding off mosquitoes. If your pet accompanies you on road trips to Aldi, this travel bucket pet bed at $20 attaches to a seat belt. It feels like it's of a very high quality, and it can accommodate four-legged family members of up to 26 pounds. And there you have it. Thanks for watching. I love you. Bye-bye.